Is life getting a little too expensive for you? Let's be real. Living costs a pretty penny already, but if you're stuck in a place like New York or LA, then your wallet is going to get very thin very fast. So if you're looking for a place to retire or just cut down on your spending, then these 10 places are the perfect fit for you. You could quit your job and live at number 1, and you'd still be just fine. Number 10, Portugal. The country might be small, but it packs a big punch. It comes in at sweet number 12 on the Global Citizens Quality of Life Index, and the monthly budget makes it all the better. Because you can live very comfortably here for about $2,000 a month. Now, you might be thinking, what does comfortably mean exactly? We mean a 2-bedroom apartment in one of the bigger cities, insurance, and eating out at least once a week. And if you know anything about Portugal, you'll definitely be eating out as much as your budget allows. The food is to die for. On top of that, after the first few years, you can become a permanent resident and get access to the public healthcare system. No more dealing with insurance people is a blessing everyone would want. If you do decide to move to Portugal, our recommendation is Porto. Not only is it more affordable than Lisbon, but the surrounding scenery is stunning. Portugal oozes old world charm. You can spend your days exploring the vineyards and wineries, quiet beachside towns, and blue-tiled cathedrals in northern Portugal. So there will never be a dull moment. Now, of course, we wouldn't recommend you to be too hasty with your decision because these next entries are just as good as Portugal, if not better. Number 9, Panama. You probably aren't that surprised to see Panama here on this list. After all, it's been one of the top retirement countries for Americans for years now. This place has been living rent-free in our heads. And while rent isn't exactly free, it might as well be. The living cost for a couple is $1,800 a month. For a single, it's $1,300, and the number only gets lower if you decide to live in the rural areas. Of course, the list of pros doesn't just end there. The currency is in US dollars, so you won't have to rack your brain every time you have to buy something. There's a large English-speaking community, so you won't have trouble with that either. The taxes are so low, they're basically non-existent. And if you earn your revenue from another country, you don't have to pay taxes at all. Isn't that a dream come true? Number 8, Ecuador. Cuenca is Ecuador's most popular expat destination, and a frugal person can get by with just $1,000 a month. The weather is spring-like, there's no need for cars, and for just $600 a month, you can rent an upscale, furnished, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo overlooking the downtown. Come on, that's just absurd. But it gets even better, because if you're looking for a retirement home, the senior discounts here are unmatched by any other country in the world. And plane rides will be so cheap, you can visit family anytime you want to. Not that you'd want to. You'll find hills and fertile valleys wherever you turn. The biodiversity is unmatched by any other country of its size. And with an abundance of World Heritage Sites and national parks, you are sure to have an adventure-filled life. If you're working, you can stay in the city and take the weekend off to go to the Amazon, the Cloud Forest, or even the Galapagos Islands. Or you could just sit back and have a long lunch with your friends. Your call. Number 7, Cape Town, South Africa. From magnificent beaches to co-working spaces and an abundance of cafes, Cape Town is a jack of all trades. You can go hiking on Table Mountain or Lion's Head, and go find yourself in the gorgeous colors of the rainbow in the middle of the vibrant buildings of the Bo-Kaap. And if you're a fan of surfing and swimming, then this is the place for you. It doesn't hurt that English is the official language, so you'll have no problem communicating with the locals. And then there's the question everyone's here for. How much will you be spending here? You will be shocked to learn that the average person can get by at just $500, excluding rent, while a family of 4 can live comfortably on less than $1,800 without rent. Your bank will be the happiest thing in the world if you decide to live here. Number 6. Spain. Spain is a great option for living. From fine dining at an affordable cost and a culture that is rich in every sense of the word, it's got all the right boxes ticked off. We recommend moving to one of the islands, like Gran Canaria in the Atlantic and Ibiza in the Mediterranean. The people are friendly and relaxed, and the weather is great throughout the year. Or if you're a fan of something a little more urban, the culture and art scene of Madrid is right up your alley. The cost of living in Spain varies depending on where you live and what kind of lifestyle you want. Someone tight with their budget could live on about $1,000 a month. But if you're a fan of life's pleasures, it could go up to about $2,500. Either way, still a great deal. Rent is cheap and the Spanish sun is completely free. And hey, if anything goes wrong, healthcare is great. Number 5. Hungary. This country is usually forgotten by tourists and expats alike, but if you want a taste of European life without breaking the bank, Hungary is right there. So don't sleep on this beautiful country. The cost of living is extremely low, and you can go as far as spending only about $1,000 a month for all of your expenses. The rural towns are charming, while the cities are modern and upscale. In Budapest, you can get a Michelin-starred lunch for as low as $30, and the thermal baths are an experience you'll never forget. If you didn't consider Hungary yet, it's time to wake up and realize what a great place to live it is. Number 4. Mexico. A quick Google search will show you that 1.6 million Americans live in Mexico, and for good reason. The country's culture, the cost of living, and proximity to the US make it the ideal place to go. The total expense for a month for Mexico comes to about $1,900, which is more than Hungary, but the option of being able to frequently visit your family if you're from the US more than makes up for it. Or you could ditch being urban and live a quieter life, which can go as low as $500. The Lake Chapala area and San Miguel de Allende are brimming with expats. Or you could visit the coastal town of Bucerías and try out the many bakeries and restaurants the city has to offer. And trust us, the country doesn't have an orange filter on it like in the movies. Number 3. Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok's dazzling nightlife and vibrant daytime are enough to rival the biggest party cities in the US. But the cheap cost of living makes this place a package deal. The cost of living in Thailand can go as low as $600 a month. We'll give you time to pick your jaw off the floor. The city is a roller coaster for the senses, and the experience is unparalleled. You will be completely awed by the Buddhist temples and the sound of tuk-tuks flying through the streets. For those who don't know, that's the unique Thai mode of transport. But at night, the city brings a whole new flavor. And no, we don't just mean the amazing street food. The night markets have everything you could ever need and more. And the Muay Thai boxing matches will provide you with all the entertainment you'll ever need. And just for around $10. With all the merits, it sure sounds impossible to beat Thailand in the category of cheap places to live. But the next few entries are even better. Can you believe that? Prepare to have your minds blown. Number 2. Medellin, Colombia. Did you know Colombia has one of the best healthcare systems in the world? But that's not the only thing the country has going for itself. In Medellin, the second largest city in the country, your living expenses can come to as low as $400. Of course, if you're meddling in a more lavish lifestyle, this number will become a little higher. But you can still expect it to be around a very comfortable $1,000 a month. The biodiversity is rich, and the landscapes are drop-dead gorgeous, to the point that they look like something out of a movie. Have a look at the Amazon rainforest to have a taste of the peak of nature, or the Andes Mountains, where the spring never goes away. But the best thing about this place is the people, who are always warm and welcoming. Would you like to be part of the Colombian family? But wait, there's still one place left, and it's number 1 on the list for a reason. At number 1, we have Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the cheapest places in Southeast Asia, but the capital, Hanoi, really takes the cake for being one of the greatest living experiences you can ever have. Here, you'll find a blend of Chinese, French, and Russian influences, with English as a commonly spoken language. Skyscrapers are popping up like dandelions, but the city's roots are still clear. You can find 1,000-year-old temples in the country, and the ancient emperors' tombs and century-old French mansions are a testament to its rich history. And even in the capital, which is one of the most expensive places to live, you can get by with just $500 a month. Outside of Hanoi, a budget of $1,000 will get you a lovely house or apartment, all utilities, housekeeping, groceries, dining out every day if you choose, and even the occasional massage. You'll get a taste of the good life, and for a fraction of the cost. If you liked this video, do us a solid and smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe so you'll be the first to know about upcoming content.